Hindu.
You're watching the Late Night News with me, Sai Manish. Let's get you through the headlines first.
I have no intention to be the Prime Minister. I want to continue as people's man. Please do not request me to be the Prime Minister.
That's Pranab Mukherjee for you, ladies and gentlemen, says there is no competition to Manmohan Singh in the country. The workers' stir at Neyveli intensifies. Power shortages might become the order of the day if this continues. PMK's most direct indication of an alliance with the DMK, Ramadas says no to joining in the nationwide strike against the fuel price hike. BCCI journal meeting ratifies charges against the IPL chief Lalit Modi, suspended. He becomes in more trouble. Now that means this woman is in trouble too. Preeti Zinta's plans to sell off Punjab take a backseat till the probe against Modi is over. Brilliant Germany steamrolled the Argentinians 4-0 and storm into the semis. And Karunanidhi's grandson gets emotional before the release of his debut film.
இந்த குடும்பத்துல பிறந்ததுக்கு நான் இன்னைக்கு சத்தியமா ரொம்ப பெருமைப்படுறேன்.
I do not want to be the Prime Minister. That's what Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee seems to have suggested during his visit to Kumbakonam today. Pranab Mukherjee revealed that he was approached to be the Prime Minister but turned down the offer, which cleared the decks for the return of Manmohan Singh for a second term. Let's in fact listen in to Pranab Mukherjee.
Approach to D.K. Mukna to be the Prime Minister of India. I myself took the offer to him. But in the usual way he told me, Pranabji, I have never run after office. I have no intention to be the Prime Minister. I want to continue as people's man. Please do not request me to be the Prime Minister.
Till now, Ramadas and all his party men have been talking in cryptic language about a possible pre-poll alliance with the DMK, but in what is being viewed as the most direct indication of a possible tie-up. PMK's founder P. Ramadas has said that his party will not take part in the nationwide protest against the fuel price hike on July 5th. This effectively puts the PMK on the same platform as the Congress and other UPA allies, including the all-powerful DMK. Just to remind you, PMK leaders have had around 4 rounds of talks with the DMK without ever revealing their alliance plans. And we were earlier joined by our executive editor Sanjay Pinto for more on this.
Never moved by Dr. Ramdas. This is clearly an olive branch now emanating from the mango, the symbol of the PMK. The PMK does not want to be seen on any side opposing the DMK, the leader of the alliance in Tamil Nadu, and also in any way to antagonize the Congress. Clearly keeping their options open. We also do know that all indications are at least pointing to the fact that the DMDK, Captain Vijay may actually participate in that bandh against the fuel price hike on Monday, basically breaking bread with the AIADMK, MDMK and the left. So clearly the PMK also doesn't want to be seen in the company of the DMDK. So I think it's a calculated, clever move by Dr. Ramdas, and politically very, very significant in the run-up to the 2011 polls. Dr. Ramdas, of course, was extremely miffed and was sulking for a while. The entire PMK party, in fact, was after that Rajya Sabha seat was denied to Anbumani Ramdas, former Union Health Minister. The PMK has been keeping its cards close to its chest. A series of meetings had taken place in Tindevanam, but no real decision was finally taken. Also, PMK leaders met Chief Minister Karunanidhi at his residence at least twice. So it seems that the PMK is slowly inching back to the DMK, will accept whatever deal is given to them, and this is one indication at this stage.
Now, the threat of power cuts looms large in Chennai and other parts of Tamil Nadu as well. The indefinite strike of Neyveli Lignite Corporation, 16,000 odd regular workers will enter the 5th day tomorrow. The workers have gone on a hunger strike, and shops in Neyveli have also shut down in support of the striking workers. Now, they've been demonstrating for their wage revisions, which has been due according to them since 2007. Talks which were held today have also reached a dead end. They will continue with the talks tomorrow to see if they can find a way out of this fix. Now, if there is no way in the next 5 days, Neyveli Lignite Corporation's thermal power plant will run out of coal supplies, endangering the functioning of 2000 megawatt power plant that's there in Neyveli, which will lead to power cuts in many parts of the state, including Chennai.
கடந்த 3 தினங்களாக வேலை நிறுத்தத்தில் ஈடுபட்டு கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். வேலை நிறுத்தத்தில் அனைத்து தொழிலாளர் ஊழியர்களும் பங்கேற்றுள்ளனர். நிர்வாகமானது தன்னுடைய ஆணவ போக்கை கடைபிடித்து வருகின்றது. தொழிலாளர் செய்கின்ற பணிகளை அதிகாரிகளை வைத்து செய்து வருகிறார்கள். இந்த உண்ணாவிரதமானது நிர்வாகம் தன்னுடைய போக்கை மாற்றிக்கொள்ளவில்லை என்றால் நாங்களும் எங்களுடைய போக்கை மாற்றிக்கொள்வதாக இல்லை. இது ஒரு காலவரையற்ற உண்ணாவிரதமாக இருக்கும் என்பதை இந்த நேரத்தில் கூறிக்கொள்கின்றோம். நிர்வாகத்திற்கு எச்சரிக்கையாக சொல்ல விரும்புவதெல்லாம் தொழிலாளி உணவுகளை புரிந்து கொண்டு உடனடியாக ஊதிய மாற்று ஒப்பந்த கோரிக்கையை நிறைவேற்ற வேண்டும். இல்லை என்று சொன்னால் போராட்டம் மேலும் தீவிரமாகி பல்வேறு பிரச்சனைகளை உருவாக்கக்கூடிய சூழ்நிலை உருவாகும் என்பதை நிர்வாகத்திற்கு எச்சரிக்கையாக தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
Now, some of the smart and trendy people we meet every day could actually be notorious white-collar criminals high on the police wanted list. Police say the fast-changing social and economic scene around us is driving the educated and the skilled to commit these bloodless crimes.
Do they look like thieves? Well, not really. But this couple is a classic example of white-collar criminals, and their community is expanding in Chennai. Under arrest, these computer specialists offered investment plans in real estate ventures and swindled 80 lakh rupees from 10 men. This is the difference between blue-collar and white-collar crimes. Blue-collar crimes tends to be more obvious and thus attracts more active police attention, such as vandalism or shoplifting where physical property is involved. In contrast, white-collar employees can incorporate legitimate and criminal behavior, thus making themselves less obvious when committing the crime. Therefore, blue-collar crime will more often use physical force, whereas in the corporate world, the identification of a victim is less obvious. White-collar crimes are hard to crack, because the trail they may leave behind is invisible, unlike other crimes. The police say the desire for a sophisticated lifestyle creates the white-collar criminal. The victims are not always rich, but also ordinary people.
The motive is also always the same. Motive is greed or property or money, cash, it could be anything else. So the motive hasn't actually changed. It's the same. Maybe lifestyle has changed in the sense people want to live comfortably now. White-collar criminals are coming up in very large numbers. In fact, unfortunately, the media doesn't highlight that.
The surge in white-collar criminals is worrying the police. The security services say they are under additional pressure, as banking operations, which are preferred targets, just don't care to step up their defenses. Chennai police is to hold a security briefing for banks this week. In Chennai, Salim for NDTV Hindu.
We're slipping into a short break right now. Up on the other side, he's become a living legend in India. We look at Kamal Haasan as he completes 50 years in cinema. Stay with us.